Hi, welcome. Welcome to day 2 of the Letting Go Challenge. I read some of your guys' emails and feedback, and I'm really amazed at how fast things are moving for you. I guess I shouldn't be amazed because when you work with the divine, things happen fast, right? All right, so welcome, welcome. Come on in, get yourself comfortable. Let's let go of all distractions today. For this moment. Whenever you're watching this video, let's just really take some time for you. Angels are with us. I want to pull a card. Give me 1 second. Angel card. Okay. All right, we're going to pull a card for today. Okay. Let's see. And today's really the theme for this challenge today is we're going to have a little discussion about self-will versus God's will and our God's will, like when we connect to this different mindset, which is connected to spirit. And what makes us this awesome super beings when we connect to that energy. Okay, if you're watching this, let me know if you can hear me. Okay, great. So this one just popped out. Good. All right. All right, we're going to do meditation and manifestation. I don't know, are these, can you see those? Yeah, very cool. Okay. All right, so let's get honest with ourselves. Let's sit in a space where we can really be vulnerable enough to really dump old things that aren't going to serve us anymore. Okay. And so hopefully you've been practicing the prayerful pause and you've been maybe created a little sacred space for your room. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's emails I sent out talking about sacred spaces, and there's a video for the prayerful pause if you want to catch up on those too. All right, let's take a breath and connect vertically. So we're going to go ahead and imagine that our energy field is going down to connect to the light that's at the center of the earth. It looks like a pyramid, but it's a shifting pyramid. It can look like a crystal, but it's, when I say a shifting pyramid, is that it's moving. It has movement. Just choose to connect to this consciousness of abundance, power, ground. There you go. When you ground into the earth, your energy gets more activated and you have more energy. You'll feel less tired when you're here and now. Now let some energy, just visualize it, imagine it, energy moving up from your feet, your knees, your hips, up and down to the center of the earth. So there's these movements of energy. It's like two lines of energy moving, showering, flowing through to the earth. And there you go. And you might feel it in your lower back. You might feel it in your spine as if you are activating your light body, your energy body, waking it up, stretching it. So let's stretch it actually. We're going to stretch the spine upwards, visualize it going up. Even if you're laying down, it's okay. But if you're sitting up, you can really sit upright and feel it going up. And now let's pop open and light up the root chakra, which is red, the orange, which is the sacral. Turning on the lights in the solar, turning on the light in the heart, green chakra, the throat is blue. And then the third eye, and then we're going to do, the third eye is like sometimes it's green, emerald green or blue with lots of lights in it. The ear chakras, those are your clairaudience. This gives you the ability to be telepathic with children, animals, angels, spirit, God. You know, when people say I can hear the voice of spirit, they hear it in their head. It's their clairaudience. And then the crown chakra is a beautiful purple, a royal purple. Let's turn that on and connect to a beam of light. So when I say a beam of light, it's like turning on that shower just using your mind. Can't turn on the shower using your hands, just using your mind. There you go. Ooh, you're going to feel it come all around you. And let's become one with it by just imagining that as we breathe in this light, we literally turn on every cell in our body. So every drop of blood, every organ is just bright. It's just turning on lots of light, like you're turning on your light. All right. Turning on the light in your back. I know we took some backpacks off yesterday. So let's just ask for the angels. I think Archangel Raphael is the one who wants to come in right now, but you might feel like a different archangel's coming. Just know that whenever you work with me, it's always with the highest light. So you're always super safe calling on this help. But I understand if you've had experiences in the past where asking for help was not something that felt safe. So we're going to look at that today too, right? Okay. So the angel's coming to sort of massage and move some energy on your back. There's some heaviness there. Some of you guys have a shield there, like, don't come and help me. I gotta figure this out on my own. And so I refer to this mindset, and maybe I should stop referring it to it, but it came to me when I was in a session and it really made sense. It's the World War II mindset. If you've ever had a grandmother who lived through World War II, they're really tough cookies, man. You know, they just really got everything done by themselves. They can pretty much do everything and they're super independent. You can't help them with anything, right? You guys know who I'm talking about. The World War II mindset, you know, is like, I'm going to make it work. I can do this. Don't help me. So we inherited some of that from our grandmothers. And some of us, and I've seen this in a lot of women, is we have that tendency of, I got it, leave me alone. But it's not helping us with our projects, with our, you know, our community projects, the visions, because we're receiving visions. I'm sure you have too, where it's more the visions we're all getting for the new earth as awakening CEOs is very creative. It's community. We're all helping each other. Everyone's so happy. You know, have you guys had those visions of, you know, we're all like living in these gardens and these beautiful communities and we're all living together and we're doing things together. So I'm going to do things alone, leave me alone mindset is something we're going to have to bring up and examine and release, right? And it's going to be a little bit every day. I can't guarantee that in 5 days this is going to be gone. But if you know how to do theta healing, or you have a theta healer around you, or you want to hop on the theta healing workshop I'll be doing in February, it's very, very limited seatings because I do a lot of one-on-one work with people in there. But we'll do as much as we can today, but just know that watch out for it. If you want to really realize your dreams and your vision, there could be mindsets getting in the way of that, right? A mindset of, I don't trust people, people judge me. If I come out and be visible, I'll be judged, right? So we're going to change that to, if I come out and be seen, I will be praised and loved and everything will flow. Cool? How would that feel? How would that feel if all those negative mindsets change to being really supportive, positive thoughts? Feels good, right? All right, let's breathe in lots of light. And so grow your energy really tall, stretch, stretch, stretch. So, because we're going to call up some stuff and it's going to feel a little heavy, but if you can be growing tall, then it's going to feel lighter. It's going to feel like it's going to move faster. Okay, oof. So we're going to imagine now that you're turning on the light, but you're also going to go all the way up beyond your home. Your energy is stretching upwards beyond the blue sky or the gray sky, wherever you're at, or the night sky, beyond the stars. It's going to go beyond that place where all the planes fly, right? You're going to go way beyond that. And it's going to feel like you're right on the edge of space, like you're about to enter space and you're actually going to go into a tunnel of light. You're going to let yourself go even higher and higher and higher. It's going to feel like you're being sucked up and you're going to end up in this white, pristine, pearly white light space. And all there is Creator's love. This is you connecting to love. This is you connecting to abundance. This is you connecting to your higher consciousness. And you're going to let a line of energy flow right back down to your heart in this vibration. So you're keeping a vibration on the earth and you're keeping an awareness up above, up, way up high, letting your consciousness connect to source. So as your consciousness is connected to source, you're going to ask for a clearing of all of your space. There you go. Everything and anything that is a fear in my space, transmute it now. Okay, so let's give some hugs to those fears. So everywhere you're afraid of letting go. So bring up a fear of letting go. Maybe in the past, if you asked for help, in the past, you got grounded, you got sent to your room. What's your experience with asking for help? Does it feel safe? Or does it feel like, no way? What percentage are you okay asking for help? You know? Ooh, is it 100% okay? Is it 50% okay? Whatever's coming up, let's go ahead and clear those stories out of your field. I'm asking for the light to transmute them with your permission. Everywhere it doesn't feel safe to ask for help. Oof. Okay, and we're going to make it an untruth. Resolve it on a history level, clear it on all the other levels. Okay, there you go. There you go. So bring up that energy. So you're feeling the heaviness and you're bringing in the light. Everywhere you feel unsafe asking for help. Oh, there you go. Everywhere it doesn't feel safe to shift from your self-will to your God's will inside, making that shift from, I'm going to do it by myself, the World War II mindset, to, oh my goodness, I can connect to my light body. I can visualize an end result and have it come true, right? I can ask for help from angels and guides, and I can make things happen with ease. So everywhere you're afraid of ease, everywhere you're afraid to make that shift, bring that up. Everywhere you were told you could not make that shift, everywhere you were told that it's impossible, that that's not true, let's just clear that. Yeah, open up, breathe a big, big breath of light, let a lot of light come in. There you go. Okay. I give myself permission to tap into this magical self that I am, right? I give myself permission to tap into this magic inside me and use it every day. Okay, beautiful. You all feel really connected, really tall. Okay. Let's bring up things with mom. So whenever you were little and maybe it wasn't safe to ask mom for help, or she was busy, or when you did ask for help, you were like told you should figure it out on your own. Whatever, there's some heavy energy around mom. Maybe not for all of you, but for some of you. So let's just feel that. And we're going to create a sort of, we're going to cut the cord. So everywhere I've associated asking for help as, maybe you can type it up or let me know, or you just, you know for yourself. Everywhere I associated asking my mother for help with being not good enough. If I asked my mother for help, then it meant that. What was that, right? And if it's not totally positive, then, oof, if I asked my mother for help, it meant that I would bother her, right? Or I couldn't ask for help, whatever that is. Let's bring it up and just let it go. Again, let's do that pause. Angels, universe, higher light, can you please help me resolve this on all levels? There you go. You're going to feel it leave your space. It's going to feel like energy is being pulled out of your space if you open up. There you go. It's going to maybe come out of your root chakra, you guys. Sometimes that's a root chakra issue because it's foundational, it's mother, it's support, it's your childhood. So you might feel like a tingling down there. It's totally normal. It might be in your shoulders, wherever it's at. Let's just ask for a complete clearing and resolution on all levels. And I'm going to ask the divine to download into you what it feels like to ask mother, as in the universal mother, for help, and have it be a new definition, a new download. So creator of all that is, can you please now download into everyone who's watching this the truest definition of what it feels like and what it's like to ask mother for help, universal mother for help, and how does that feel when we ask the great mother for help? Well, how does that feel? What does that feel like? Show me what it's like. Show me what it's like to understand that it's safe to ask for help from the great mother. There you go. Ooh, good. Okay. Wow, you've all totally surrendered. This is really beautiful. All the light got really, really bright. Okay, yeah. Do you guys feel how much love there is when you ask the Great Mother for help? It's like this unconditional outpouring of unconditional love. I mean, it's going to make me cry. So I'll move on. So when our physical Earth Mother, our birth mother couldn't give us this unconditional love, it's normal. You know, they were not programmed for that, right? They don't know, they didn't know what that was. So we're going to release all resentment, if there's any unforgiveness, resentment towards our Earth Mother. Now, oof, do you want to let that go? Oh, you're going to feel it come out of your body. It's going to come out of your, or your lungs, your bones, all of that stores grief and it stores energy. So when you're releasing, it might feel like stuff is moving. Like I keep twitching, it's because energy is leaving my space because I'm feeling, I'm connected to all of you guys at once. Okay. Ooh, good. So I'm releasing your energy. You might be feeling your own energy leave as well. Okay. So everywhere I still resent my mother. Ooh, I'm going to let it go. Now you can pause, ask for help. Dear universe, please take this off of me. Release it, transmute it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to dissolve it now. Take a nice deep breath. There you go. There's just a letting go. So there's an awareness. There might be something, and then there's an automatic let go and pray and pause. And send her light, send her love to your Earth Mother. Connect her to the divine. Imagine she's in this beautiful bright light of the Great Mother. And then she's also now receiving these downloads of unconditional love, right? And there you go. Good. Beautiful. So let your mother be in a bubble on your left, far away or close. It's up to you. Just make sure there's a few feet away, like at least 2 feet. And just have her be in her own line of energy. So she's in her own vertical light. And see her filled with light, filled with joy, filled with gratitude, and as an awakened soul. That's her true self. Now give yourself permission, knowing that your mother's, in truth, this awakened being, can you give yourself permission now to be just as free? I give myself permission to be just as free and awakened. So this will eliminate any possible thoughts that I can't give myself permission to go beyond my mother, to be freer than her, more abundant than her. If there's any of that, we're going to cancel it, right? Because now you see her as this all-loving, amazing being connected to the light. And so can you give yourself permission to rise even above, or you both are like rising, you're helping each other rise and rise and rise, right? There's just this unlimited energy of love, and you're all having fun together. So give her a big hug. And now let's completely dissolve any trust issues with asking the Great Mother for help. There you go. Oof. Thank you, angels, for helping. Let's dissolve any issues of past resentment, fears of asking your mother for help, and how you're projecting that onto asking the great universe for help, right? Let's clear, cancel, delete those, please. Please download into everyone present what it feels like to ask the Great Mother for help, and to trust that it will come, that it is coming, and that you're good enough, you're great enough, you're open enough to receive it. There you go. Okay. You're doing amazing, you guys. Make sure you're drinking water after this, and maybe take some extra vitamins or minerals, okay? All right. We're going to open now. Just make sure you're open. So if you're laying in bed, just do what you can to open maybe your legs, your heart, your arms. You want to be in an open space. You maybe visualize yourself sitting in the lotus position with your arms, your hands resting on your knees, and you're in an open space. Now, some people like to bring their hands to touch their hips, so it's like resting right on their hips, right here, your hip bone. It's up to you if you feel like you want to do that. All right, good. And I'm holding my fingers like this, right? You can hold them like that. Either way, whatever feels right to you. But now we're going to open ourselves up to receiving help from the Great Mother. And so we're deleting and letting go of any programming of I can't receive help, I'm not worthy of receiving help, all of that. Let's bring it up. So let's bring up some stories of don't help me. Woo! All right. Ooh, very ego, right? When we talk about doing stuff out of self-will, it's like that energy of I'll figure it out. I'll do this. I'll take 10 more courses online, and I'll figure out how to launch my products and services, you know, or I'll make this work. I'll make 6 figures this year. You know, I'll become really good at what I do. That's self-will, you guys, okay? That's you trying to do it alone. Do you recognize that? So when we ask for help, we tap into our higher mind, we tap into our God mind, we tap into our super being, and we start to activate our light body to call into our reality the clients or the whoever you're calling in for you, right? The new boss or the higher paycheck or the new house, the new car, everything that you guys need to call in, right? And so when you use your light body, it works a million times faster than using your limited self-will. But there's a little bit of a need for you to now learn how to receive. So you learned how to ask, right, for help yesterday, and you'll keep doing that. But now we're going to also ask to receive some help for opening ourselves to receive, right? So there's the receiving, and so it requires a little bit of vulnerability and trusting, right? So can you allow yourself to just get into a sense of opening and vulnerability right now? And if there's some inner child, like a wound from an inner child where she doesn't feel safe to open and be vulnerable, that's okay. We're going to be there for her right now. I'm going to give her a big hug. Oof, any parts of you who aren't feeling safe to just receive from source, let's download into you a clearing. So everywhere it's not safe for me to receive and open myself up to receive, we're going to dissolve it on all levels, resolve it on a history level now. There you go. Okay, you should be feeling some downloads happening here. And please, dear creator of all that is, show them what it feels like to be open to receiving and feel safe. Okay, good. Ooh, good. And he or it, the source is saying to tell you guys that, of course, they're safe to receive because they are creating what it is they're receiving. So as you ask for help, you are going to be safe receiving it because you are determining what it is you're receiving and how you're receiving it. So you're a creative being in a body who gets to call on a specific end result. And by using your voice, and we'll do more of that tomorrow, you are being very precise, or not, but at least okay, I'm calling this in. I need help, and this is what I'm calling in. Okay, good. So it is safe for me to receive. I'm just checking everyone to make sure that's a yes. It feels like a yes for everyone. There's one person in the group who's a little bit, oh, I think I know who it is. I don't want to call you out on it. I'll tell you afterwards. Okay, you're a little bit close, so you might know who you are. You're a little bit close to receiving. All right, so let's just see what we can do for you on that one. Oh, it has to do with deservability. I'm not good enough to receive. So I think that's pretty universal. So let's just go pick that little bug out of our energy field everywhere you don't feel worthy to receive, or I don't deserve to receive, or you were told let's say you had a bad day at school, or you did something that your parents did not approve of, and thus you did not get a reward, or you didn't get to get a gift, or you didn't get to get something, right? And they said, well, you weren't good, so you don't deserve it. And so they used the word deserving as a punishment, right? The word deserving was used as a punishment, like in your head, it might have been programmed as that. All right, so let's delete that with your permission. Everywhere I've associated deserving with punishments, or that I can't deserve things because I'm a bad person, everywhere you've decided that about yourself, can you let that go? Oof, ask for help, pray for help. Oof, okay. Oh, it's leaving, good. Okay, you guys, everywhere I believed that I could not be worthy, or I don't deserve things, that I should be punished, everywhere I punish myself. Oh, there's a lot of that. Let's pull that off your field. Okay, yep. Yeah, everywhere I was told I would just be a nobody, I can't follow my dreams, or everything, all that negativity, send it up. Ask for help, pray, pause, and ask for help. I feel you guys purifying yourselves, like there's a river of water, there's a body of water which looks like a river, and it's this pure, pristine water. Think like the Lourdes, like in Lourdes, where there's this miraculous water. This is what I'm being shown for you guys to do, is to take this heaviness, take these beliefs, and literally drop them in the water. Don't worry, the water has infinite powers to transmute all. But the act of you going, oh my God, take this off of me. I cannot live with this anymore. This will not serve me. So would you let all of heaven help you? Because heaven knows you're here for a particular beautiful purpose and mission, or not. Maybe your purpose is just to be happy, but they want to help you. Either way, they want to help you. So would you take off, would you let them help you remove everything that could block you from making your purpose, your mission be really easy for everyone involved? Yeah, let this pure water like wash over you, wash through you, and remove everything that feels yucky, self, ego crap, right? Like all these beliefs come from the ego, you guys, okay? They come from decisions you made when you were not feeling very good about yourself and you were very young, right? And it happens, no judgment, it just is, right? There's no wrongness here, it's just is, it's an it, and it's a door that we need to open, and we got to get in there and empty it out. It's things you don't need anymore. Okay. Thank you. All right. Now, some of you have a lot of gratitude for these as you let them go. It's really beautiful. Thank you for that. You're saying thank you for the lessons. I'm going to let you go. All right. So let me make sure that you know how to get close to God even without these, because some of you might call them back or want to keep them. Because maybe these taught you a lot of lessons, these programs taught you a lot, but let's just put in that you know what it's like to stay close to Creator, to still become awakened and enlightened, even without those. Is that okay? Please, Creator, download into everyone present. Ooh, watching it now, watching it later. What it feels like to stay close to truth, to Creator, to their higher heart, even without these lessons, even without these programs. There you go. Ooh, good. Did you all feel that? I feel like I'm bouncing around here. Hopefully you're feeling as much as I am. Okay. Good. You guys feel a lot stronger and taller, like you are getting who you truly are. You all dropped a lot of stories. Did you feel that? I better get some feedback after this. All right. Okay. I'm kidding. You always give me feedback, you guys. Thank you. Okay, let me see. What else are we doing? Receiving from Mother, being open to receive from the Great Mother, open to receive vulnerability. I'm okay to receive. All right, let me tune in if we forgot anything. So I want to just go over, I want you to get really honest with yourselves today. For today, notice when you head back into self-will and you forgot God's will. So maybe it's helpful if I describe a little bit more what God's will in your body feels like. So it's just a willingness to ask, is really, that's all it is if you're willing enough to ask. So pause and ask, is this the right way to go? What is my higher self's will? What is God's will? If you don't believe in God, it could be, your higher self, who I don't think you would be in this session with me if you did not believe in God, but just in case, you can call it something else. And, but am I really doing the will of the highest source? Am I going against the flow? Am I pushing? Am I in self-will where I'm going to hit some blocks and I know I'm going to hurt myself and others, and I'm going to, lose it pretty much. So when we're in self-will, we have more emotions, we're more chaotic. I still tend to go there. Certain things trigger me there, but then I can go back and look at what those things triggered me and then clear them, and then they no longer trigger me, right? So can you guys just maybe notice today, what are the things that trigger you back to self-will? It's usually a person. It's usually money and safety, right? Or fear, like you're afraid that somehow you won't be safe in the future. You might feel like, I'm afraid that I won't be taken care of later, so I need to work twice as hard. I'm afraid a big bill is coming. I don't know. So this is where you want to pause and like really meditate to activate your light body, transmute the fear, and then decide, what do I want to create? If you hold on to self-will, the problem is you'll create negative outcomes, because that's a negative path, right? You'll be like in your negative mindset of lack. But if you can switch over to your light body, you'll be in your unlimited mind, and then you can go, all right, what if this is what could happen? What if this is what I could call in? What would be something more positive? Now, the positivity comes when you've let go. You don't have to force it. If you truly prayed, let go, and paused, you're going to be in your higher mind, and this is very positive and loving. So would you guys do me this favor today where you notice the things that trigger you back into fear? The people who maybe piss you off a little, the things that piss you off. Be really honest, there's going to be zero judgment on anyone's part here. We're all in the same boat. We're all in the same spaceship, more like it. And just try to like go for that one thing that triggers you. Maybe it's a couple things, and then try to listen for a new positive thought that would bring you a different outcome. Does that make sense? You guys have any questions? I'm going to stop channeling. I'm going to open my eyes so I can look at you guys here on the comments. And I'm going to stay to see if this makes sense. And you guys have any questions? Thanks for all your comments. Oh, Nilgan comment. Okay, awesome. All right. Any comments, any questions? I know there's a delay when I talk, so I will be patient. Okay, Nilgan feels she's triggered. Writing to your mailing list, you mean, Nilgan? Yeah, so if that's what it is, a lot of people probably have that fear. I sometimes get that fear of, if I send out an email to my list, will they even care? Will they open it? Will this be the wrong email subject, right? Okay. So then just pause before you send it and look at all your fears. So you know you've been in my mastermind, Nilgan, it's a fear of lacking approval maybe, right? So go in and just transmute it. But what you can do is pause to go ask for help. So universe, great mother, fill me with your love. Like help me be filled with your love. Help me become a free being. And before I send out this email, connect me to my faithful mindset. What would my faithful mindset write? What's the best title to write? What's the best email to send out that would pour so much love onto everyone who gets the email? You know, instead of sending the email from this state of lack, I really want, wanting is lack, you guys. Can you send it from a place of, I just want to bless and love everyone on my list? What would it feel like to bless everyone on my mailing list? That everyone who opens my email feels so blessed and so loved. What would my God mind create? What would it look like? And so you're just calling that in, Nilgan. Does that make sense? Okay. There was one more piece to it that I heard and then I forgot to mention and then it left. So let me try to grab it. When it comes to being visible, using your voice to yeah, I really get to pause, Nilgan, and to make sure when you send it out, you're in a state of love and your higher mind is really connected to source and you feel vertical. You know, you feel tall. Sorry, we had a poor connection for a minute. You guys, I'll go into this maybe later, but whenever you're afraid of sending an email to a list, it could be that you're afraid of not getting approval or not getting financial safety through the mailing list, right? So never ever make your clients or your mailing list your source of safety. They cannot be your source of safety. Work on your own mindset about that you know, God or source or universe or life itself is your source of safety, and God's got your back, the universe has your back, and it might come through your mailing list and it might not, right? So, but it's a weird energy when have you ever felt someone who really needed your money? It feels a little awkward, right? It's like, you can feel that they're wanting something from you, but if they come at you from a place of love and service, then it's like, whoa, I want more of that. And then they effortlessly will hand you over thousands of dollars, right? It doesn't matter because they know that you're the right person. So work on yourself, do the inner work. It's worth it. So, so worth it. Okay, so Nilgan has a question about using your voice to create a reality when we use affirmation and vision. Yeah. So I think I'm going to go more into that tomorrow when we use our voice. But so the power of the voice. There was a time in Atlantis and in different civilizations where people who were healers would look at somebody who was crippled, who had, let's say, broken their leg, and they would say, walk. And the person would literally start walking. So the power of the voice has been over generations extremely powerful. It's still powerful today. If you talk bad about someone and you test their energy right after you've done that, their energy is really low. It actually impacts them energetically. So you can use your power of the voice. Be very careful when you use your voice to say, this is always like that, or I'm always blah, blah, blah. I can never blah, 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 right? Be careful because you are using your powerful voice to actually manifest into reality. So this is something I'm going to do more in my February 1st. We're doing a new mastermind on voice and visibility to manifest greater ease as an entrepreneur. I also have people in there who are not entrepreneurs who just want to go more free as far as doing their life purpose, right? So we're going to remove a lot of beliefs around if I'm seen, I'll be judged. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. I have like 1,000 beliefs that I'm going to clear for people on safety, on approval, on control. I have them all here on, and men, if men want to join me, I have men have a whole other programming around their feelings. Some men don't feel that they can release feelings, that they're not allowed to. So there's a whole other part about that. We're going to teach you guys how to attract the right people to your business, how to have confidence in what you're selling and your prices, how to feel worthy doing what you love. We're going to look at all self-sabotages, worthiness, God, your relationship with God, your relationship with guilt and shame. A lot of people go into guilt and shame to hide, right? We're going to look at all the ways that you hide and you don't want to be visible and why. And then we're going to look at voice and how to use your voice to market your services. Let's see, how to communicate well for you, how to feel safe in the world doing what you love, how to protect yourself with love instead of with other feelings. You know, sometimes we protect ourselves with anger. We're going to remove that. There's so many. Money, we're going to also do stuff on money, on trust, on people in general, because a lot of people who want to work with people, we have beliefs that like people reject me, people are mean, people like are parasitic, people take over my energy, right? People take advantage of me. So all those beliefs we're going to clear. We're going to move into I know how to live without people taking advantage of me, or I know how to live without allowing others to take my energy. I know what it feels like to say no in the highest and best way. We're going to pull a lot of resentments and fears out of your body and out of your mindset. And we're going to talk a lot more about getting support. So family, health, a lot of that, everything is going to be in that next mastermind. I'm really excited about it. Oh, and then I want to talk about happiness, joy, and ease, because I have found in people's belief system that it's not safe for them to be happy and joyful because they've associated happiness with loss. And some people don't even want success because they've associated success with vulnerability or with losing freedom. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at all those in February. So let me know if you're interested. So that's what I think you're referring to, Nilgan. You're referring to that. Okay. All right, you guys, that was an awesome video for today. I'm so grateful. I'll end it now so you can redo it if you want, and I will see you tomorrow.